the way they played defense against Southeast. We played sluggish. We didn't play hard at all, even though we won the game. I told them, just give me a hard 3 to 4 minutes of just hard-nosed defense, and they came out and played really hard. I was real proud of them.
What about the fact, I mean, you guys are playing that run and gun up and down the court, quick pace offense and defense, kind of a little bit of a different style what we've seen in the past, but it seems to be working. Involves a lot more people, getting a lot of guys involved in this system.
Well, the thing is, we want our defense to create our offense, and that's what I told our guys. The main thing is, you play defense and can stop people, you're going to score. I think our guys played well together. We played the whole entire team. I think we did real good tonight. Sam Hunt had 10 assists and 8 points. He played unselfish. Devin Gregory stepped up and had 17, 18 points. Khalil Vance played real well also.
Tell you what, Dallas Scholl's giving you a good game inside. Vance is inside. This new kid, Trey Marsh. You've got some young players we've not heard a lot about in the past, but a lot of these guys are actually starting to contribute for you quite well.
Yeah, these guys are young. They got an opportunity today to play because our guys play hard-nosed defense. You know, when we have games where our guys don't play hard and we're down, we keep our start lineup in, and the other guys don't get a chance to play. You know, with this game right here, our guys play real hard, so we got a chance to play them young guys. And you know, some of them guys are stepping up, and they're gonna give us some good minutes in the future.
That kid B.J. Pittman came on for you too and ran the ball pretty well out front. And Emmanuel Mosley, I mean, he is like a guy you could almost, if you were to try to pattern a new kid in for the game, just start out. If you had a look at Emmanuel Mosley and kind of put that form, that foundation together, what he brings to the game is exceptional. What he does is fun to watch.
Yeah, you know, B.J. Pittman, the sophomore, who I think is very, very quick. He's probably the quickest player I ever coached. If he has one speed right now, if he can get 2 speeds, he's going to be very special. With Emmanuel and Mosley, the best defender on our team as far as locking people down. Exceptional defender. And he's beginning to be real good on offense. So if we continue to play those guys right there, I think we're going to be real good in the future.
Are you enjoying what you've been able to do with the team right now? You're taking some of the same things Coach Price did and adding some of your own touches, kind of tweaking it just a little bit, making this even a little bit sharper as you go. 4-0 Metro starting out. You got to feel good about that. And things seem to be going good the way you're doing this. You're kind of working like the guy in the kitchen, kind of putting the formula together, the recipe, and it seems to be pretty good results up to this stage.
Yeah, you know, we're 4-0. I told our guys we need to take it one game at a time. We take it one game at a time, and then, you know, we want to win the conference, but, you know, you got to go past Page. You got to go the second round of the conference. So we're just taking it one game at a time. Page is a very special team. I know Coach Avery personally. He's going to have his guys ready next Friday, and I think it's going to be a real good game. It's going to be interesting, but I think our guys going to play real well. That's all I ask if you play hard.
And you don't have to worry about trying not to look ahead to that game anymore. That game is 1 week from tonight. You got exams early next week, then you got Page. That's the final exam, I guess you say. You got them next Friday night. And I talked to your players about the fact Page has got those young guards, got to put pressure on Ease, got to put pressure on Graves, and teams have tried to do that so far, and they have to some success, but for the most part, both those kids have really been out there strong and stepping up game in, game out for Page in that backcourt.
Well, you know, both of those guys can shoot the heck out of the ball. I'm very impressed with Graves. I've been knowing him for a very long time. He's a very good player. Frankie, I've been knowing him for a while also. He's very good. So, you know, I think our guys going to be up for the task. You know, Abel's going to have his guys ready. I'm going to have my guys ready. So it's going to be a special game, and I hope that we come out on top. But I know deep down inside we're going to play hard. So it's going to be a battle.
It's almost like you got to check in your name at the door, and you got to be 6'5" running to get in that game. Everybody playing like 6'5", like all guards on all guard night. And Jalen Gavin, the smallest man on the court, may be the biggest key for Page in a lot of ways. He's got to bring leadership. He's got to be able to get them to the basket, and I know you got to cut his head off some way if you can. They say cut the head off of the snake, and he's the main snake out there in the backcourt in that point guard spot for Page. Jalen Gavin is a key.
Yeah, Jalen Gavin's good. He's real quick. He can get to the hole, and he's like you said, he's the captain of the ship. You take him away from penetrating and kicking, I think we'll be successful. It's going to be tough. You know, our guys are up for the task. Like I said, Abe's going to have his guys ready. I'm going to have mine.
Do you look forward to go up against the old associate coach, Coach Abe? That should be a lot of fun going against him like it was going against Coach Partee in that 2-point win at Smith. Yeah,
you know, me and Abe would go back a long way. We talk all the time about basketball. He's a basketball guy. I am too. So, you know, like I said, it's going to be a battle. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun game for us.
You know, the interesting thing is, in many ways, both teams, Dudley and Page, people expected them not to be quite as sharp as they are to start the year. Both teams have come right out and really have not missed too many paces in comparison to what they were doing last year. Both teams have come out very strong to start this year after losing a lot of players and losing both head coaches who were with those teams for a lot of years.
Well, like I said, we both come from a good program. That's the Dudley program. Coach Price we was under his tutelage, and I think both of us know what to do. Avery's been coaching for a very long time. I coached at Andrews last year, which gave me a little bit of experience. And we both gonna have our guys ready. Avery is a good guy, and I know the way he plays, and he knows the way I play. So it's gonna be a fun game, and I cannot wait.
Listen, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Keep up the good work. I think in the Dudley girls game tonight, that game was actually closer than the final score indicated. In your game, I don't think that game was quite as close as that final score showed, but a big win nonetheless. You've got to take care of business Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those exams. Then the final exam is next Friday night against Page at Page.
Yeah, I can't wait. The game is going to be it's going to be a big crowd. I wish we had them over here at Dudley, but we're going to be over at Page. It's going to be rocking and ready, man.
Keep up the good work, Coach Seagraves.
All right, thank you very much.
Solid job, Coach Brian Seagraves with us in the post-game show tonight. And we'll let him pass the headphones on, and we'll keep rolling and keep up the good work, Coach. Congratulations on that win. Dennis White standing by, going to jump back in. I don't think he can dress quite as sharp as Coach Seagraves has. It's Dennis White, but he's trying to catch him.
Oh, yeah.
Headphones in. Keeping us rolling here this evening. Let you jump in here and have some final words and see if you can compete with Coach Seagraves. He brought it to the table tonight and get some final words from Dennis White here in the post-game this evening. And Dennis might pull in just a little bit tired here, so make sure you get your commentary. Your final thoughts about this game tonight as we break her down here from the Dudley Panthers gymnasium. Heard from quite a few Dudley players. Had a chance to talk to Devin Gregory, Khalil Vance, Yao Scholl, and Sam Hunt, and Coach Brian Seagraves. Final win by the Dudley Panther men. I don't think their score was really showed how different that game was. The game was not as close as their final score indicated. And the women's game, I think their game a little closer to Western Griffin for women the score indicated. But I told Coach Seagraves, and the same can be said for the Dudley women. The exams are next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The final exam is next Friday night at Page. Dudley at Page next Friday. That will be the final exam next week, and that's the biggest one of all. I don't want to take anything from the academics, but that is one of the biggest exams of the week next week. I say that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the sports exam, that is a great exam for both teams. Both teams have young starters that is doing outstanding for both teams. If the Stars doesn't have, whichever star does not show up Friday night, that team could very well lose the game. And for Dudley, I was so shocked tonight to see a plethora of players come in jail together. That's what Dudley's going to need. I thought Dudley was weak in that area, that no one could do what they do but Sam Hunt. But tonight, 5 other guys stepped up and did outstanding job for the Dudley Panthers. And when we look at the whole contrast of the game, defense was good. Yao Scholl is an awesome rebounder. And then you have Khalil Vance as a great perimeter shooter. And then also you have Vance that did outstanding tonight. And then another gentleman that I had to go get my first time talking to him, Devin Gregory. Gregory did an outstanding job. So you have 4 guys to contribute to Sam Hunt. And next week, you're exactly right, job. And I want to hear how you're going to label this. You use a label games, big games, well than anybody.
The final exams.
Yes, sir, the final exam. I'm going to make sure we follow that up, the final exam.
Boys and girls both.
You're exactly right. And Andy, we can jump to the girls real quick. It's going to be an outstanding game. Speed versus speed. These teams are almost equal, the girl. Only thing that Page have, Dudley doesn't have, is a go-to person. Paris Key is the go-to for the Page Pirates. And Dudley's still trying to find that person that can take the game over.
Well, they got as quick a backcourt as anybody you'll see with Dudley, with Essence Abraham and also Mariah Mo Davis. They're very quick in that backcourt. Going to be tough for Page because when you're playing defense, you play your telephone defense, that changes the way you can play offense. You can still play it well, but not quite as good. If you work so hard on defense, you don't have enough left sometimes, quite as much left in that offensive shot. So it makes both teams play a lot more honest.
You're exactly right. You call it high octane. If you play a high octane game and you giving your end on the defense, when you get on the offense, your legs are going to be light, your arms and your shooting is going to be off because you're so concerned about defense. And Dudley have a fast break, as you said. Once they get on the fast break, that's going to take gas out of your tank.
The difference is going to be how the benches contribute. The benches and how the coaches use those substitution patterns with Coach Debbie Jones and also Coach Frank Menil how they work those substitution patterns next week, because they've got enough depth on that bench to bring some players in to allow the high-octane players to get a little bit of refueling done over by the bench for a while. How they use those benches, how they use those substitution patterns will be very big in that women's game next Friday. And the men's game, again, for both the men and the women, final exams. Dudley at Page next Friday night. Metro Conference, top part of the standings, top spot in the standings on the line for both men and women, Dudley and Page, for the final exam at Page next Friday night.
And I want to say the CC factor for Page girls. CC factor is going to be Cargo and Coleman. When you look at all of the talent, the Breacher, when you look at all of the talent that Page have, Kayla Johnson, you look at the CC factor, Cargo, who can hit 20, who can give you 20, and then Coleman, who can give you 20 rebounds, Coleman, who can give you 10 inside points, Cargo, who can be the decoy when everybody go to Page, go to Parish Key. Cargo can really spot up. This is what the Page secret weapon can be, is Cargo. Cargo is outstanding. A lot of people going to look at Page for Parish Key, but if you leave Cargo open, she's shown that's a phenomenal freshman, and I'm with her. And then Chelsea Coleman, Page big girl, the Dudley big girls, Andy, is going to have to block out. They're skinny, but look at big Chelsea Coleman for Page Pirate. She is huge, big number 50, and she's going to make a difference in the inside chairman of the board.
So you look at names like next week Cargo for Page, and a name like Kennedy Curry has to step up big out of the backside there from the Dudley Panther young ladies. In the men's game, guys like Jalen Gavin for the Page Pirates in the game, and a name that must step up for Dudley, the same name we started like Devin Greger. If he's hot, that allows Sam Hunt and the other guys to do more important things. And big business, big exam next Friday with Dudley at Page. Dennis, good job tonight. And again, we want to also talk about the let me make sure I get my video. Well, let's also talk about the player of the game tonight. I think we're going to go in the men's game tonight. Second player of the game. We're looking in a lot of different directions. What player we're going tonight?